Hi, John LaRosa here, President of Marketdata Enterprises. Welcome to another in our series of weight loss market teleseminars. Today, we're going to be talking about why investing in weight loss drugs is usually a losing proposition. This is a controversial area, and the pharmaceutical companies that have been coming out with weight loss drugs for a while now, at least since the mid-1990s, have been getting a lot of publicity by the Wall Street stock analysts that will have you believe that the next diet drug that comes out by ABC Pharmaceuticals is going to be a billion-dollar blockbuster. Well, guess what? There hasn't been ever a billion-dollar diet drug in the U.S. Some of them may have approached 6 or 7, 800 million in worldwide sales, including Europe and the U.S. combined, but most of them have been flops. And we're going to explore why in this teleseminar. Okay, prescription diet drugs have really had a rocky history. Pharmaceutical firms have been searching for the miracle weight loss drug that doesn't have side effects and doesn't cause problems since the mid-1990s, with no blockbuster so far. The quest really began in earnest in 1996 with the fen-phen combination of phentermine and fenfluramine. However, once millions of people started taking that drug, it was soon taken off the market because of heart valve problems that resulted. So that was the first flop, way back in 1996. Don't listen to stock analysts who claim that the company whose stock they're trying to sell you will be a $1 billion blockbuster. It has never happened in the U.S. Some of the reasons why these prescription diet drugs have failed. Well, there's been side effects associated with them, such as loose stools, heart valve damage, heart attack, stroke, nausea, etc., etc. These are not just minor side effects, these are serious. Also, these prescription diet drugs require a prescription from an MD, and most dieters don't like to go to a doctor's office for a weight loss program. As you'll see later on in this presentation, we've tracked the percentage from 2005 all the way through 2013 from our website that we were operating, bestdietforme.com. Another reason why most of these diet drugs flop is there's an ongoing cost of the drug for users. You have to continue spending money month after month after month. And finally, most of them have produced minimal or very moderate weight loss. So you can get the same kind of results using a commercial or medical weight loss program that doesn't use a diet drug, things like Atkins and South Beach diet. Many times people can lose more than 2 pounds a week, and a lot of these drugs just don't produce that significant weight loss. It takes a long time. Some other reasons. Obesity as a health condition is more complex than we thought. Weight loss is a function of exercise, metabolism, heredity, and our U.S. culture of fast food, high internet usage, sedentary jobs, etc. So obesity is much more complex than the scientists at the pharmaceutical companies were first believed. In the U.S., the FDA is stricter than overseas in approving new obesity drugs. They want to see the clinical trials and then apply for FDA approval. There's a whole multi-year process that's involved in getting a drug onto the market. Clinical trials often are too small to uncover problems. Once the drug hits the market and is used by millions of people over the next 6 months to a year, then and only then will you see the side effects start to appear. And finally, 85% of insurers don't pay for obesity-related drugs. So therefore, the cost falls on the consumers, and consumers don't want to pay a lot of money out of pocket on an ongoing basis. Here's a list of some of the prescription diet drugs that have flopped so far. Redux, also known as Fen-Phen, back in the mid-1990s, 96, 97. Acomplia, otherwise known as Rimonabant. Meridia. Ally. Ally was the over-the-counter, well, it still is, but the sales just have never really gained traction. Xenical is the prescription version of the drug that comes in a higher dosage. Ally is the lower dosage over-the-counter retail drug, and Xenical has been associated with loose stools, which can be very embarrassing to say the least. Taranabant is another. Belvic is one of the recent ones to enter the market. Also, that's the brand name. The generic name is Lorcaserin. Also hasn't gained a lot of traction in terms of sales. Sales have been very paltry. Casemia, again, very small sales in the last year. Cunexa and Contrave. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 prescription obesity drugs that have failed in the last 15 years. Okay, what's the size of the U.S. prescription diet drugs market? It has been stuck at the level of about 450 to 500 million for the past 5 years. And this is for all prescription diet drug brands combined. Phentermine is the one that's been used safely and most often over the last couple of decades for people like doctors and bariatricians, which are MDs with a subspecialty treating obesity. And all the different variations and brand names of phentermine account for probably at least half or more of that 450 to 500 million. A single prescription diet drug rarely tops $100 million in sales per year in the U.S. The value of the market in the U.S. fell from 545 million in 2010 to 521 million by 2012. We don't have 2013 numbers yet, but I don't expect it to be much different than in that $500 million range. One of the obstacles to prescription diet drugs catching on is that doctors and consumers are wary of any new drugs that enter the market now because of the track record over the last 20 years, seeing whatever new drug came out associated with side effects eventually, or resulting in very moderate weight loss. So, people are still waiting for that magic pill, they're still waiting for that blockbuster, but it hasn't happened. So if one is evaluating a diet company in general, what are some of the best criteria to use? Well, this applies to not necessarily to a pharmaceutical company that's produced a diet drug, but a weight loss company in general. The quality of their management is probably number one. Their long-term brand and reputation, such as a company like Weight Watchers, very important criteria. How well they execute their marketing and operational plans, the quality of their weight loss counselors or coaches, do they have multiple channels of distribution, the dollar size of their marketing or advertising budget, the price and affordability and ease of use of their program, and their response to competitor actions. One more, the speed that they get these new products and services to market. So, in general, when talking about investing in pharmaceutical companies whose main activities are related to a diet drug, please do your research and don't put all your eggs in one basket, because the history of prescription diet drugs that have come out in the United States has been a rocky one, and if you're planning on getting rich off of these companies that are touting these new diet drugs, don't bet on it. Take the analyst reports with a big grain of salt. When they say that their company is going to have the next billion-dollar diet drug, it's probably not going to happen. So just my 2 cents for what it's worth, based on history, based on actual experience in the market. There are more factors affecting the success of a diet drug than most companies or people realize. Not only the price, the potential side effects, but the acceptance by consumers and how much they're going to have to pay for them and whether they in fact work. So just keep that in mind when you invest in any pharmaceutical companies touting the next big thing in diet drugs. If you'd like to contact us at Marketdata for any reason, here's our information. If you'd like to keep up with the latest weight loss market and company developments, check out our free weight loss website, dietbusinesswatch.com. We cover all the latest trends, developments, news. There's nothing else like it. There is no weight loss trade association or trade journal or magazine, so this is about the closest thing to it. Of course, we do have more in-depth research on the diet drugs market in our large weight loss study called the U.S. Weight Loss and Diet Control Market. We have a whole chapter that covers the historical history of weight loss drugs and also the over-the-counter counterparts, the retail diet pills. So this concludes our seminar for today. It just scratches the surface, but we hope you'll join us for future seminars on other topics related to the weight loss market. Take care.